welcome to our tool, the Emory Tour Scheduler. Now, from the dashboard, our tool is quite intuitive. It reads from left to right as far as all the user inputs and buttons go. So to start things off, the user is going to select the Input Tour Size button, where they will select the maximum and minimum constraints for the tour sizes that we are going to be using in our model. So once they enter the appropriate tour sizes, they are going to move to the right and select from this drop-down menu the week in question. They're going to select which week they're scheduling for. Once they select the week that they're scheduling for, they're going to move down to the right to the Update Registration Number button. What this button is doing is it's taking all the registrations from our online form here, where a user will select, or where a prospective visitor will select the week and the time and date for which tour they would like to visit. And that brings us back to our dashboard, where then the user will select the Update Worker Availability button. The Update Worker Availability button works in a similar way to the Registration Number button. Here, it draws on data from another external source where the guides will select their availability for that week. So a guide will select their name and then go through and check which days they are available to work for the next week. Once all of those have been input by the user, they will follow the arrow down to the Emory Eagle logo, where it will produce the optimal minimum cost schedule for that week's tour demand. As we see here, our optimization is running, and here we have our schedule that is produced from that optimization. Here this depicts, based on all of the tours registered for online and all the worker availability, it sorts that out to provide the minimal cost schedule here. And going, as the user scrolls down even more, they are able to see a slightly different view of this schedule, in which each time slot's guides are listed in order for that day. Now, scrolling back up, we see a Check Labor Utilization button. Here the user can click and it will bring them to the utilization worksheet, where they view several graphics outlining how well they are meeting demand, and more importantly, how well they are utilizing that worker availability that they are experiencing. Now, anticipating that there might be some contingency plans needed in this model, we have provided a system of checkboxes along each guide's name and along each tour slot. When one of these checkboxes are selected, all of that day or time slots or given guides tours will be canceled from the schedule, and then that allows us to go back up, rerun the optimization, taking into account these cancellations to produce the secondary optimal schedule. As our solver finishes, you can see here the Tuesday tours are canceled, and the guide 2, 4, 8, you can see that their tours have been canceled as well. Now, once those cancellations are taken into account, you can select the Reset Checkbox button, which resets all the checkboxes back to unchecked, and then you can select the large red Reset button to send all the data back to a blank slate for the next week. And that is the Emory Tour Guide Scheduler.